and then we'll go into the second half. And it's the second half. So, Doctor Who Dark Journey event. So here's like some quick words on what's going on with that. We are a few weeks into Doctor Who Dark Journey Series 2 launch event, and things are heating up. Geek Watch 1 reports that Episode 5, titled Sins of the Father, which premieres today, July 11th. I can't believe it's July already, it's crazy. I can't wait for the cooler weather to come. Oh boy, I can't wait. Summer's great for barbecuing and stuff, but cooler weather, yes, please. But I say the episode 5 of series 2 of Dark Journey is just this one big action chase sequence. And then we're definitely very curious the way they're saying it. This is talking about Ben Affleck in the chat. They're saying BFT's arguing that Affleck is a good director. He's also not a bad actor. If we've learned anything from Heath Ledger, it's not to judge the actor in the role until you actually see it. Yeah. It's true. This is true. I never had doubts about Heath Ledger personally, though. Ben Affleck is I'm so used to seeing him as the wise guy from Boston. You know, it just doesn't work. Like, I feel like that's what he shines at. But anyway, so next week on July 18th. We will do a special stream and start a new bi-weekly rotation. You know, we mentioned this already. We're going to keep reinforcing the messaging. We're going to play episode 6, which I believe is titled Lost Souls. And it'll be an exclusive Geeky Antics event. I think we'll have that exclusive right for like a week or so. So yeah, you'll hear it here first. It might just be a day. I'm exaggerating. But yeah, you'll hear it here first on the Geeky Antics Network. And even better, I think what we're going to do is listen to most of Doctor Who Dark Journey Series 2 with all of you wonderful people for the first time live on the air. So then we can go into it as fresh as you, be as surprised as everyone else, and talk about it while, it's still fresh in our minds. So if you would like to join us, I think we might make it a community call. That'll be Saturday, July 18th. Let me know. You can tweet me personally at Yogizilla or at Geeky Ants. I check both of them. And they're still talking about Ben Affleck. So Cousin Batman says Ben is not good at superhero movies like Daredevil. BFT says Daredevil was over 10 years ago. Yeah, I can't believe it was that long ago. I think he's a bit more experienced now. Plus, I don't think he wants 2 bad superhero movies under his belt. Yeah, Elektra carried a Daredevil movie, and even she wasn't great in that movie. But the character is always cool to me, and she's nice. She's easy on the eyes. You know what I would like to see? I'm a huge X-Men. I'm an X-Men nerd. That's why I get nerdy. I mean, I love Batman. Batman's pretty much the only thing I really love from DC side. But Marvel, and it's X-Men specifically, I played all the X-Men video games, including the 6-player arcade co-op, and the X-Men games at Sega Genesis, and Nintendo, the NES. I love all that stuff. All the Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter vs. X-Men is so good. But a character that I feel doesn't get enough love is Psylocke. Now, I know you're probably saying, it's because she's an Asian with like hips and dark hair. There's kind of purple gleam to it. It's a part of it. She got the curves. And she got a cool outfit. The X-Men, the Marvel swimsuit calendars didn't hurt back in the days. But no. Outside of me being a man, red-blooded male, I just like her abilities. Like, she's got the psionic powers, and she's kind of like a ninja. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Batman's feeling the love. Oh, he's feeling the love. Yeah, I hear she'll be in the new Batman, that new X-Men movie. I just hope they really deliver on that, because that's a character that I feel so often is treated like an afterthought. Because X-Men is really a massive team, but we always see now like this nucleus of the X-Men, and everyone else is kind of just there to carry Wolverine. And I'm a huge fan of Wolverine. It's a little cliche, but give some love to the other people. They gave love to Rogue. Rogue has a lot of like story arcs that tie into her and give her more backstory, and Storm as well. Jean Grey, of course, with the Dark Phoenix and all that. But man, come on, Psylocke. She is played by Olivia Munn. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Olivia Munn, I saw her not too long ago at an event. I forgot what convention I was at. My memory's so bad. She's a beautiful girl, but gosh, she looks she looks a little different. Yeah, age is not always kind to us. It definitely hasn't been kind to me. But yeah, she's nice. She's very nice. Uh, wasn't Olivia Munn also the one that was in Tron, right? I wanna make sure I'm not confusing people because yeah. I'm being total derp right now. Anywho, yeah, Olivia Munn is nice. She got a very pretty face. So she's a great actress too. We'll give her that. Mad props. So what else we got? I was at this part. I was gonna ask Oolong what he was thinking about the show so far, but what was the last thing Olivia Munn was in? I'm picturing a face. I'm trying to. Well, not that important. We'll come back to it. I know she's been in something that I saw recently. Olivia Wilde. I always confused them. Which was Olivia Munn? Is she the one that was on the gaming show? Oh, I know who Olivia Munn is now. Yeah. I got it. I figured it out. I just googled it. Yeah. I like Olivia. I like Olivia Wilde. If for some reason when you first go live, it doesn't set the stream title. It's weird. There we go. Anywho, why is it early on the show? Because it's tea time. It's a different kind of feel. Everybody does the primetime stuff, but Saturday, I figured a midday show could be a way for people to start off their day. It's a different tone. It works. We might play around with the time. If you guys would like a different time, we definitely are open to suggestions there. Yeah, chatting on IRC, so they know I'm paying attention to that too. Over the All Games IRC chat, which you could join just by going to allgames.com, and there's a little, is it live or chat? You go in there and it gives you a little chat room. IRC is still a thing. IRC going strong after what, 2 decades? Crazy. Batman, because I'm Batman, says they need to do Gambit and things like that. Yeah, Gambit's another fun one. Again, going back to the X-Men video games. I can't think of an X-Men video game I did not enjoy. They were all pretty fun in their own way. Some of them were very frustrating though, like the one on the Sega Genesis that first came out, where if you die with a certain hero, you couldn't play with them again. Like, it was very roguelike. You kind of want to play the whole thing as Wolverine because he has health regen, but then you realize there's different heroes, different characters that are better at various stages. Yeah. So, what's everybody been playing? Feel free to let us know in the chat on IRC or Twitch. I think at this point, Ulan will talk about what's on his radar, which is likely Rainbow Six Siege and possibly The Division. We were going to talk about the Hearthstone Eternal Conflict expansion, all the Diablo content, the Butcher. But I would like to have a conversation with him about that when he comes back. But yeah, Heroes of the Storm is still great. And I still say this, it's a MOBA, a hero brawler, but you don't really need to be a huge MOBA person. If you just like PvP, or maybe you just love Blizzard properties, this is like the culmination of all their franchises into one thing. It's such a wonderful tribute, a kiss for their fans and fanboys like myself. This is one of the few things that makes me to a fanboy. I will admit it. I love Blizzard. They've been very supportive of our content and hooked us up with alpha access and beta keys and all this stuff. And they've even retweeted our stuff and shared our podcasts on community roundups. I love Blizzard. They're very big on the community and listening to what they say and what they want, which is rare for such a big company. They still got that indie kind of feel as far as I'm concerned. And they're responsive, and that's something really rare. And again, especially in a company that big. And I'm glad that Activision is letting them do their own thing. Thank goodness, because Activision, we see what they're doing in Bungie. Oh boy. Let's not get into that again. But yeah, the Heroes of the Storm is tons of fun. Give it a try. It's free to play. You have to like the PvP though. You have to like the PvP and not be a huge graphics snob. The graphics are not going to blow you away. It's beautiful looking, but it's not something quote unquote revolutionary. Metric Method says, Bloodborne, my man. He's trying to progress. I will not be playing Bloodborne. I'll be playing Dark Souls 2. I'm a Xbox guy. Sorry. I hear a lot of good thing about Bloodborne, but to me, from everything I hear, it's Dark Souls 2 with more fluid combat system. And a greater challenge. As far as I hear, it's the challenge level is in between Dark Souls, which is the hardest, and maybe Demon Souls. I don't know how hard Demon Souls is in relation to all of them, but easier than. Easier than Dark Souls, but harder than Dark Souls 2. There we go, right in between the two games. I know that a lot of people have been playing the Tabletop Simulator. That's another game I wholeheartedly recommend because it's got so many cool mods in there. For the same reason I love Warcraft 3, because of the modding scene. Like, same reason people love Minecraft. Tabletop Simulator lets you play Flux, lets you play Heroescape, Dungeons and Dragons, Cards Against Humanity, Card Fight. What else is there? So many things. And what's cool about it is it's a good way for you to play your favorite game, Risk, Monopoly, all that stuff. Or you can play regular card games like it's probably almost every TCG under the sun, or a simple game like Spades, Texas Hold'em, Omaha, Hearts, all that stuff. Pretty much anything you can play on tabletop, you could do Tabletop Simulator. And you can pick up like $15 or something. It's so worth it. And it's a good way for you to have that social experience with friends without being physically there and not spending tons of money. But then if you can't get friends over, you can try out these games and say, man, I really want to play the physical copy because it'll probably be way better. You can never replace that experience completely, but Tabletop Simulator comes very close. Warham in the chat says, a lot of games had that the PvP and PvE mixed together, and it's true. Brink did it, and I know people did not like Brink, but it's worth mentioning because the game had potential. Sadly, it wasn't executed to its fullest potential. That said, I think it's nice to see games that are trying on the console side to build upon tried and true things. Like I would love to see AI. This is where I think innovation and the evolution of console gaming will take place. Don't just make the graphics prettier and improve the frame rate. I think we're beyond that those kind of technology feats. Those technological feats have been done to death. We're not really. It's not. Those leaps are not big enough anymore. How about better AI? AI is so good, you can't even tell it's a bot. You second guess yourself. You know, those are the kind of things that make games immersive and memorable. You know, if you fight a bot and it's easy to tell it's a bot, that's bad. Unreal Tournament did a pretty good job with the AI. Sometimes those bots would pwn you, like, was that a human player or a bot? Oh, it's a bot because it says, you know, player 1 or whatever, some generic name. Because the Batman says, I am playing Destiny and Batman, but beat Batman, so now I have nothing to break up the Destiny play. There's got to be something with games with gold that you can play. There's lots of free to play stuff, no? I got more games that I can handle right now. It's bad. So much I want to play, but I keep getting stuck in the same few games. Heroes of the Storm, Destiny, Hearthstone, etc. Some Smite here and there. And BFT has asked him if he played the new game plus, but he hasn't yet. He's waiting for the DLC before he does it. That makes sense. And BFT says the DLC and the new Batman is separate. It has no impact on the new game plus. Look at that. Which makes me think I actually want to play. I want to revisit Dead Space 3. Anybody wants to play that on 360? Let me know. We'll play on the harder difficulty. That'd be pretty pimp. So speaking of Destiny, I want to say it's an MMO because it's addictive, and good lord. As much as I hate it sometimes, I can't put it down, and it's so much fun with friends. I keep saying this. So I'm gonna say something. Raids are really fun, but the concepts of teamwork and communication, on average, it seems like they're not familiar to concepts to console gamers. It's still something new. Cause the MMO mechanics are still kind of new to console gamers, especially console gamers that are strictly console. There's still people that don't even have a PC. Like, it's weird to me. Like, their console is their PC. But yay, that's why this generation. That's where this generation is really gonna find a sweet spot. People that don't wanna upgrade their PC or buy a new PC, and they get it all in one box. You know, Xbox One or PS4 for all their entertainment needs. So, you know, $300 to $500, you can't go wrong with that. You might even get it cheaper if you get it refurbished or used. So it can be really rough doing raids on Destiny, because some people just do whatever they want. They don't communicate. There's so many people I run into that don't even use voice chat. So you don't even know if they can hear you. So you have to do weird things like, hey, if you hear me, dance or sit down. Oh boy, it's frustrating. Raid gear is from what I've seen, particularly the armor, is mostly PvE focused. But you know, keep in mind that you'll need tons of upgrade materials to get those stats up, and for it to be viable in more current activities or PvP. But Death Singers is still really good. As a matter of fact, I got the helmet. I might pop an etheric light on it. I got the helmet that helps you get more damage against Vex. I might have to ascend that and fully upgrade it, because that would come in really handy, more so than the Kel Breakers armor that you get from Varix. I think I got like 3 more etheric right now. Gonna have to farm some Prison of Elders. Anybody on Xbox One? I'll do some Prison of Elders later. Let me know. I still got to do one on 2 of my characters, on 32 and 34. And then I'm on a 1035 on my main, my Warlock. This should be fun. Maybe even on my hunter too, because I finally got her to 34. Vault of Glass is still the better, lengthier, more well thought out raid. But on the flip side, if you don't have a coordinated raid team, it is brutal. It should not take so long. Like, it should not take more than 10, 15 minutes to build the spire in the first part of that raid. But sometimes it does, because people don't get. Keep the Minotaur out of the sync plate. Once the sync plates, you see the little field the force field coming up over it, just protect that field. Keep it white. Don't let Minotaur sit inside of it, and then take care of the ads as you can and try to dodge them. Get the Hobgoblin like to snipe you and it hurts. Just keep strafing. You'll be alright. You gotta get your void weapons out. I find personally that Arc works pretty well too if you don't have void, but void destroys Vex, just like Arc destroys Fallen and Solar destroys Hive. What a lot of people don't realize though is that it's about the shields, and the shields have a different element, and you have to use the same element to break them down. But after that, you can use any kind of damage type to break it down. Another thing people also don't realize, even the veterans of the game, kinetic damage is actually really good, because even though it's not particularly strong against any type of shield or enemy, it's across the board consistent. Whereas an elemental weapon, if you use it against the wrong type of enemy, or against the wrong type of shield rather, the enemy might pop up resist or completely immune. So things to keep in mind. You want to keep a good variety of weapons handy on your character, or at least use Destiny app, the companion app, to bring move over gear. So I try to keep one weapon of each type and of each element on my main characters, So avoid solar, arc, rocket launcher. Same thing with machine guns. I like machine guns a lot. The situation where things are really tight and you can't really fire off rocket launchers, the machine gun will save your butt. Especially popping those shields and then being able to just drop a grenade or something and finish off the target. Because the shields are the hardest part a lot of times. Now, with Vault of Glass, I'm still hoping for a Fatebringer. Anybody here with me? I would love that thing. I would love Fatebringer. Just like I would love a Word of Crota, or what's the other one? The Will of Crota? And, or Confluence. These are all raid weapons. There's another one, Vision of Crota. That's the one I'm thinking about. Or Vision of Confluence. Time and Patience. That's a raid thing too. So many things, but Fatebringer in particular, because Fatebringer and Word of Crota will be really good for like the Prison of Elders stuff. Getting that elemental damage in. Oh, Metric has the Bringer of Fate. Yeah, dude. You know how people complain about not having Gallagorns? I got 2 Gallagorns on one day. I have 3 of them total. I really need the Fatebringer. I just keep getting the same exotics now. So I don't mind having 1 Gallagorn for each character. That's fine. So I don't have to transfer that over, and I always have it handy. I have to mess with the app, but if I get any more Gallagorns, I'm going to start burning. It's going to be a thing. I'm going to burn Gallagorns and make people cry. It's going to be my little viral video thing. Who knows? People are already doing that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Join the bandwagon. But yeah, the Fatebringer does work. Even in PvP, it's great. But in PvE especially, whew, so good. So yeah, my Crota wishlist, my Crota's end wishlist is that I would like the rest of the Death Singer's gear and Word of Crota. Okay, thanks. Last but not least in Destiny, Trials of Osiris. Who's on Xbox One and who wants to join me? If you're a tryhard and you get frustrated easily, no. If you want to have fun with Trials of Osiris, let's do it. But if you act like Trials of Osiris will make you less of a good person, or I don't know, make your genitalia disappear. Maybe body parts will disappear. You lose your face or your nose. You look weird. I don't know. People think there's some real consequences with that. Then I don't want to do PvP with you. But if you watch some of my gameplay videos on YouTube or Twitch, I hold my own. I ain't good. I ain't super good, but I have my moments where I shine. Oh yeah, you got your galley on on the Vault of Glass run, right? That was so funny. And then you were yelling about it, and it was so weird. Like, what did I walk into? And then you left, and I think, oh, she had to go. Dirk Knight was there too. That was cool. Um, then Undeniable One, which you guys might know too from the Dad's Destiny stream. She joined in, and I was so tired at night. I thought she was you, and then I was like, oh, someone different. I completely derped. It was pretty funny. Batman, because Batman says PvP is full of tryhards. Lol. No, Iron Banner is not nearly like people made it seem like it was so hard. I had an easy time Iron Banner. It's really just Trials of Osiris and 3v3 formats, elimination and skirmish. That's where the tryhards are just like ridiculous. They try to shut you down and just completely humiliate and deflate you. But yeah, if you're a sore loser, that's where you don't wanna. That's where you don't wanna go. You don't wanna go to the 3v3 formats. It's rough. BFT9000 is reminiscing here. He says, "I remember when Zerg first showed up. He had a Gallahorn. I skipped it for something else. Facepalm, the Failfish emote to be specific. Yeah. I can only imagine. Now they say that he'll never sell Gallahorn again, and eventually they're gonna discontinue the Gallahorn, so it won't drop anymore, and it'll be even more exclusive. Oh gosh." I think they said if you don't have it by year 2, that's it. So that gives us time to get grinding. Heck, even Strike playlists. If you play Dragon and Tiger playlists, I believe, or is it Thunder? The harder difficulties, they've been dropping exotics. So Crucible, not so much. They do drop, but I haven't noticed. First time I haven't seen as much exotics from Crucible. They do get some good gear in there. Metric Methods, by the way, make sure you visit him, Metric_Methods with a Z. He's part of the extended family. He hails to us through the West Radio Show. Not officially part of Geeking Answers Network, but we appreciate him, and he's doing some big things for the Destiny community. So keep it up, dude. He said he just completed all of the raid weapons. Crazy. And BFT says, why shouldn't it be full of tryhards? It's a competitive game mode. Can't blame him for wanting to win. Yeah, but it's like the people that are competitive. To me, like yeah. Alright, so there's two sides of this. Tryhard is kind of like a thing that people throw around when they're sore losers, and they're like, oh, look at you trying so hard. But then there are people that this is like their life. And while they're not like pro gamers, they're trying to play on that level anyway. And it's like, Jesus, like, calm down. Like, are you even having fun anymore? Like, when you get to the point where you're so competitive that you're no longer having fun, like, it's just like work to you, but you stay on the grind because deep inside of you, losing is not an option. It literally like kills you slowly if you lose. You feel that way. That's tryharding. That's bad. Yes, and they get pissed and quit after one loss. Cause they they're used to dominating, because they have feeders, or they get people that are just playing casually, just want to chill. They want to compete, but they don't want to like try that hard. Yeah, that's exactly what tryhards are. There's a connotation there for sure. So tryhards are not everybody that try hard or try to play their best. It's the people that take it to an extreme where it's just unhealthy. Tryhards are the ones mid-game trying to push their team to be better, whether in a good or bad way. That's what I think, at least. Yeah. That's also part of it. Like, they're the people that don't understand it as people that play games to have fun. And anything that threatens that fun is something that they're not going to explore. So that's another thing to consider. Like, they're just blind to that other side of the fence. So back to Blizzard. This week's Hearthstone Tavern Brawl, fantastic. The Summoner Battle, or Summoner I forget what they call it, the Summoner Competition, introduces a new mechanic where every spell you cast summons a random minion of the same cost. And it's a scenario, I feel, where seasoned vets can put their knowledge of the available card sets to work, and the core mechanics thereof to work. But then the newer players can just gamble a bit and rely on luck and get some really like clutch plays, like, oh man, I got something that I really needed there, boom. So I really recommend it. If you're listening live, you have about a day left of it. Actually, less than a day, really. I think Sunday around 3 a.m. Eastern is when it goes down. So definitely worth checking out. It's actually one of the few ones I've actually been grinding out. I don't know why, just for no other reason. I really enjoy the mode. I have like 25 wins on there or something. Really loving it. I think Mage, Druid, and there's another one I've seen do work. Maybe Rogue are the best in it. Actually, Paladin too, because they have a lot of buffs. So they get those free summons, and then they can buff those free summons. Yeah. So, definitely a really fun mode to check out. I haven't seen that many Shamans, but I think Shamans could do work too, because they get the free summons, and then they could buff them. Oh man, there's a lot of things you could do. But I went Mage. There's a lot of things with Mage. Summoning Portal with Mage. Oh, what a fun bag of treats. Get some more chat here on Twitch. Let me check all games too, make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, they got quiet over there. I think the people are like, it's too early for people on all games because they're in the all night hours, like myself. Trials, because of Batman says, Trials is to be fun, not if we lose, I'm kicking you. Yeah. BFT says, winning is fun. Why play if you don't plan to win? That detracts from fun from those that join that game mode. It goes both ways. Winning is fun. No one really likes losing, but you gotta celebrate small wins too. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go in here and just have some laughs. No, like you don't go into those ultra competitive modes like Iron Banner or Trials of Osiris and have that kind of attitude. But at the same time, you don't lose your crap and make it stressful. So it does go both ways. I mean, those are modes that you play for keeps. Because there's actual stakes on the line. And I don't mean red meat stakes, but those are good too. But there's high stakes. So, yeah, I see both sides of the argument. What else we got? On the Xbox preview program and the game previews, I'm about to try out Elite Dangerous a little further. Really loving the potential there. It's a game with a lot of rich history and one of the games that kind of pioneered open world subgenre. The Long Dark looks cool too. We got the feature Mirrorcast I was talking about earlier. The Windows 10 preview build and game streaming and quests. And I think they're gonna tie the quests into rewards and whatnot. I've been getting messages from Xbox Live for free, like game codes and stuff too. So it's really cool. I don't know if that's part of the preview program or just because someone on Xbox Live on the Xbox team likes me. Who knows? But it's cool. Like it's fun. Like anytime I turn on the Xbox, I'm always ready for a new surprise and a little treat, and I'm really loving it. It's actually making me play PC less, which is saying something. PC Master Race still all the way. Fallout Shelter. I would be playing that a lot more. I don't know if you guys are playing it. Definitely recommend it. It's The Sims meets Fallout meets Tiny Tower. It's actually a surprisingly deep gameplay experience there. But the problem with me is that on the iPad 2, apparently it crashes a lot. I don't know. But so much for infallible Apple devices that never crash or get viruses, right? So the dust off. That's the thing we do a lot on Geeky Guys Network. We're trying to get more people on board with it. Hashtag the dust off. This is where we talk about games that we plan to play and dust off, games that we have played, dusted off, or games that are just on rotation for us. For me right now, it looks like Destiny, Diablo 3, Heroes of the Storm, and Hearthstone are the main ones. Then I have the Retro Friday playlist, which now consists of Elijah Dragoon, Valda's Story Abyssal City, which I have a copy to give away soon, Gunstar Heroes, which has been requested many times, Final Fantasy 7 or 8, I don't know which one. I know people like 7 the most, but 8, I love is that the one with the card game? I like that a lot. And there's some other surprises coming in. I've been on the fence about some Xbox One games that people are trying to get me to pick up. Elder Scrolls Online, Evolve, and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare come to mind. And I don't know. I kept ragging on Elder Scrolls Online. I was like, bump that game. But people are playing, and I'm like, how can you pay for that game when there's comparable experiences already? Or, if you have Destiny, or if you install Neverwinter or Warframe, I don't see how distinct the experience can be. Well, other than you want the high fantasy and Elder Scrolls looks better than Neverwinter, so okay, I can see it. Yeah, D3. If you're on Xbox One, let's play. I'm just starting it out myself. Finally got into it. I played the crap out of Diablo 2, but Diablo 3, I don't know, for some reason I was just so indulged, so immersed in other games that just never got around to it. And people are still talking about it. In fact, people are still talking about it over a year later. I figured I got to do it. It was on sale on the Xbox One. Bought a physical copy. I like physical copy better than digital. I have my reasons. And yeah, I played a little bit of it. We'll probably stream some of that later on. Maybe I'll have a casual stream. But it's time, folks. It's time for us to say goodbye. Too many games, too little time. Yep. The wall of shame continues to grow. Heck, I still want to go back to some Xbox 360 games. Backwards compatibility will make that a lot easier because I have to crank up a separate system. It's all in one ecosystem. People say that's not a huge selling point, but it really is. Because even if you have multiple inputs on your TV and you have all your system hooked up at once, which really, if you care about your electric bill, is not a good idea because anything that has a power brick keeps consuming power, BTW. But that's a dad problem. I'm a miser. I'm frugal when it comes to spending my monies because you have to be. Spending, $200 to $400 on an electric bill is not cute. It takes money away. It takes food off the table for your family if you have one. And or if you're single and you're living the life, it keeps you from buying really cool toys. Metric Method says he will soon be on Xbox One. What? Are you getting Destiny on Xbox One, dude? Hey. Yeah. Hey. Add me, YogiZilla, on Xbox Live. I'm excited now. That's gonna be awesome, yeah. Because Batman says the point is to have fun, not have someone yelling at you the whole time. You're not playing the way you should. That you need to do this and that, and how to play the game. I play laid back. I go in to enjoy myself, not to get yelled at by some teenage tryhard wannabe MLG player. I don't have time for that in my life. I'm 31 years old with kids. I don't need that in my life. It's true. I'm with you. Yelling doesn't fix anything. It puts people on defensive. Like you say, you should be open to that kind of team communication and coordination. But if they come at it with the face, they come at it from a place where it's just really rude, then yeah, that's no good. But you can say stuff like, "Hey, all right, guys, hang it back. Let's not rush in. Let's hold this point. I'll push forward. If I die, do this. You decide to hold a point, hold a room. You come up with a plan. That's the fun of the 3v3 format, is being that coordinated, especially with elimination. It's like, what happens when one of us dies? Who's going to be forward? Who's going to hold the back? Who's going to hold the front? What gears loadout should we have? What kind of things are we doing? Are you sniping? Are we rushing? There's so many things you could do. And BFT says that everyone has fun in different ways. You can turn off voice chat or block people to avoid these people. Your fun is not important than their fun, and vice versa. Yeah. And for some people, fun is purely winning. It's not about the experience, It's about winning, because that's what's most important to them. To me, fun is in having the laughs with friends, making some big plays, having some highlights, having a sense of progress. Like, okay, if you're learning, that's fun. Like you say, okay, I won't do that again. Or I'm going to stop doing that. Or this works better than that. Everybody has different definition of fun. The point is, don't force it upon other people. I think the most important thing is to manage expectations. Say, hey, this is how I play the game. This is what I like to do. Are you cool with that? Talk things out. Be grown folk. That's it. Very simple. So, folks, outro and shout-outs. We try not to self-promote or sell much via our content, but bills do have to be paid. And, honestly, I tried paying paying my taxes with hugs and handshakes, but I just pay my bills with them. But no one really seems to really accept that as currency. My dad used to have this wooden carved out. It was like a log that was carved in half, and it had engraved message. He always had little corny things. I think I got my punny humor from him. My dad was a jerk toward the end of his run with my family, but I appreciate. You gotta count your blessings, no matter. Even count your blessings even when things go bad. And I had to say one thing that cracked me up was he had a lot of these punny or pithy quotes, and one of them was always pay people with kindness, or pay it forward with kindness. Just remember that the IRS doesn't accept this payment or something like that. It was much smarter than that, and that always made me laugh. Even at a young age, I knew what that meant. Like, oh, the IRS. I need to watch out for them. Anyway, that's my little quick story there as we start signing off. But once again, for the people that help us pay the bills, go over to geekyantswers.net/sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor, there's lots of ways you can sponsor. You can sponsor us by, donating prizes or donating any amount. You're not required to donate money to us, but it certainly helps, and it's very much appreciated, and it helps out. Donating money to me goes towards Geeky Answers, because I'm the one doing 99% of the stuff here. Not because I don't trust other people, not because I don't try to delegate, but everybody's got their own things and their own priorities, and not everyone really. People see what we're doing, they see that we're getting lots of hits on Google, they share their metrics with them, but for whatever reason, they don't get excited about it because they got tunnel vision. It happens, but this is mainly my baby, and we're helping other people do podcasts and Twitch streams, write books, lots of creative things that we're helping people with, spread their artwork, their photography out. But I'm the main one kind of just doing the day-to-day stuff, and so if you donate to me, bit.ly/help Yogi, it does help the network, and I totally appreciate it. I will put that money to very good use. Trust me on this. I'm pretty frugal. I'm kind of a cheap guy these days. So thank you all thanks to everybody that's wholeheartedly support our network with their time, money, love, and encouragement. That includes ShinyPrince.com, the B Team Podcast, Worst Radio Show, Martin Septic Tank Services in Georgia, Rafflecopter, Studio Bean, High Res Studios, the makers of Smite, and R9 Cats, All Games Network. Everyone that we can't fit in here, we appreciate you. And don't forget, Time Army Tea Time, hashtag TWTT, can be enjoyed wherever fantastic, beautiful podcasts can be found, including, but not limited to, Stitcher, iTunes, Zune Windows Phone Marketplace, TuneIn Radio, which is now on Xbox Live. Woo! Finally, we got them to do it. Hopefully they put Stitcher in there too, and integrate podcasts more seamlessly. Oh, it's so good. Every game should support background music as an option instead of their music. It's a seamless thing. But anyway, TuneIn Radio and Spreaker, the same Spreaker, yeah. And thanks to everybody that's been supporting us, including our friends AM Audio Media and the extended network there, Geek Watch 1, Gallifrey Stands, and anyone else I may be missing. Who else? There's some other folks that are part of the Doctor Who Dark Journey promotion. I'm trying to see who's coming. Look at the show notes for them. I think there's another one called Geekster. Is another one of the podcasts. Well, anyway, you can find the details on amaudiomedia.com. I definitely want to collaborate more with other folks doing Doctor Who podcasts, Destiny podcasts, other niche things, especially the retro stuff. Oh, the Retro League, Retro Junkie. Everybody's a Retro Junkie. The Retro Obscura, Atari 2600 game by game, the NES, two dudes in the NES, the 10 dudes. It's the same people actually. Sega Gems, Genesis Gems. So good. Appreciate all of you guys, whether you're involved with us directly or not. And don't forget, allgames.com. Join us. You're just going to allgames.com. And you can also click the live/chat button. And you can join the chat room. And we're every Saturday right here, twitch.tv/Geeky Antics and allgames.com. Live at noon Eastern. Actually, it's every other Saturday, to be clear. Every other Saturday. Sorry, bi-weekly. And we stream live at noon Eastern, 5 p.m. in London, 7 p.m. in Bucharest. And we're trying to throw out all the times that we can. And geekyheads.net, go over there, leave some comments for all our contributors. It'll make them feel encouraged. Reach out to the streamers, let them know that you found them through Geeky Antics. You check out our schedule there. We got different contact information for podcast hosts, profiles for bios for people that contribute, and more coming. If there's something you find that we're missing, maybe you're part of the team, we didn't do a bio for you yet, let me know and I'll get it up. There's still lots of changes coming. So check it out. Let me know what you think. And we'd love for you to hang out with us on geekyants.net and also on twitch.tv/geekyants when we stream live. My personal channel, Yogizilla, is twitch.tv/Yogizilla. I stream console mainly there. And we mainly do live shows, podcasts, and community events on the Geeky Antics channel. And then everybody has the personal channels for more of the gameplay heavy stuff. And yeah, we're very close to having almost like 24/7 content. Like if you look at all the streamers we have on our stream team, we have 24/7 content right now. With folks like Cupcake Envy, Brandy King 1982, Janelle 05, Renee Bones, Obi-Wan X2, myself, Yogizilla, Cupcake Noms, Gaming Death, The Worst Radio Show, all those fine folks. What I'm going to work on next is I'm working on a platform to make podcasting, tie it all together better, have our own native feed that's clean and easy to manage, aggregate feeds better. And I also want to do like a chat roulette type thing for Twitch. This is my idea first. I haven't seen this out there, but Twitch doesn't have it. I doubt they're ever going to get it because they should have set it up already. But something where you can just randomly go through a queue of streamers. But I want it to be just our stream team and to give everybody that love. And I'm working with the way I'm looking through on the API for Twitch, trying to find a way to make it so that it'll pick up the offline online status and then skip over certain channels in the buffer without trying to load the channel first. So I've tried to play with ways of doing that, server-side scripting. I think I'm close to it, but it might still be 2 or 3 months out because it's more of a pet project right now with all the other stuff going on. But I think it's going to be one of our killer apps under the Geeky Antics brand, under the banner. And I think there's a big need for it because it's always like the big channels are on top and the little channels get buried and they don't have a chance. It's the little channels have a better chance, better content, and more engaging and more appreciative of the people that are in there. Not always the case, but you have these channels with thousands of people in there. They can't keep up with everybody, so I understand that. But they tend to kind of go into autopilot mode sometimes, and that's a bad place to be. So I like the more warm, tightly knit groups, which are very engaging. But that covers all the plugs, folks. Appreciate you tuning in. This is a slightly shorter show, not much shorter. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover. Other than next week, July 18th, we'll have a special stream. We'll stream Doctor Who Dark Journey Series 2 and premiere a new episode, which will be episode 6 of AM Audio Media's Doctor Who Dark Journey. And for more information on that, just tune in to previous episodes, particularly episode 29 of Time Warming Tea Time. And don't forget, we're on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and all that good stuff. But with that, folks, my name is Yogizilla, a.k.a. Yomar Lopez. Or maybe it should be vice versa. My real name, my birth name is Yomar. But people call me Yogizilla. That's what I'm known as on the interwebs, yo. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the raid, guys. If anybody is an Xbox One wants to join me later for Destiny, let me know. Probably be on later tonight. I got a lot of stuff I gotta get done, and I want to get distracted. The moment I crank up the Xbox One, it's like, that's it, GG, everything's done. But I love you guys, and don't be strangers. We appreciate you. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
We thank you. We thank you for every crumb, biscuit and cake you bring to the table. Because Doctor Who belongs to all of us. What you bring to the timey-wimey tea time in your live chat participation, comments, likes, shares, tweets and voicemail, all of it means the world to us. Love, true love, never fails. Do you like it? If you like what we're doing, well, Tell us, for God's sake. Shout it from the rooftops at geekyantics.net or call it in 206 415 4987. That's 206 415 4987. That's it. Bless you. So long. And thanks for all the fish. But on, it won't be that long, just a wee while, because the timey-wimey tea time will be back. We'll return next Saturday with fresh insights, questions and epiphanies about Doctor Who. And heck yes, everything geek. Maybe same bat time. Absolutely the same bat channel. Every Saturday.
Tiny, whiny tea time.
Me gusta.